Hello guys, welcome to your reading. So, some of us here, we have potential of being a star here. I mean, we just probably need to spend less time consuming, content and start creating more content. Some of us here are on that path to have, something to flourish in their life. You are that star. We just need to focus on pouring to ourselves so that we can grow ourselves little by little. Eventually, we're going to finally sprout, and then finally we're going to become this tree. And then eventually, with this bird, it's going to take flight. It's going to blossom. Yeah, because with the King of Swords here, we might be focusing on things that no longer serves us. We have our sword up, ready to, possibly be on our guard, or feel like we have the stability in our life. But due to these thoughts, it can kind of create this, hill effect. Yeah, because it probably has to do with a heartbreak. Someone stuck through you with the Three of Swords, because you're that king, with the stability. At the same time, you're still dealing with conflicts that are creating that, emotional unstability. Mind might be in the right place, but it's your heart. That's the question you got to ask yourself. Of course, it may, maybe some of us had to deal with, a breakup, or losing a friend that was really close and dear to you. I see rain being significance here today. It's all going to be temporarily, and then once you heal from that, or, of course, the only way you're going to heal is through time, just because, some people get over things easily doesn't mean you will. It might take weeks, months, or years. And it's all right. Yeah, because I would say, like, you have this inner guidance within you, You know what you need to be doing. But we need to try to figure out how to possibly deal with this, conflict. Again, to me, what helped me on my journey was meditation. Of course, meditation usually surfaces the, those truths. And it can feel really intense sometimes. And sometimes you just gotta let it ride, like be open to it. It can be painful and intenseful, but, the darkest night is going to become the brightest dawn. Some of us here have to do that inner work. Of course, it's going to take time. Meditation doesn't fix everything at once. Yeah, because, you have all these options here. Maybe that heartbreak, can lead to this newer connection that's going to fill that void. Or you're going to feel complete here. Possibly have a new home. Some of us here might be dealing with a Kundalini awakening. Or possibly, someone's trying to look for a new home to stay. Or find a new connection that's going to help them stay stronger than ever before. Your options are there. We just need to try to pass the storm. Yeah, because you're going to get momentum behind this. Whatever it is you're working on, I highly suggest focusing on that and, distancing yourself from everyone. With that hermit reverse, I'm seeing, meditation. Because, like some of us here probably dealing with the shadow, integrating the shadow so it can be bright here. You have knowledge and wisdom. You got that momentum that's going to keep you going. I know you got your armor on. Like, maybe there's certain situations you need to be a little vulnerable. Just follow your intuition, follow your guidance. Yeah, because you might possibly overhear something, or there's something that's going to resonate with you. That's going to give you the idea of like what you need to focus on. Again, you're like, you might be dealing with this mountaintop right here in the back, but eventually you're going to get into this open field, where trees are growing, be somewhere that's going to be very fruitful. Yeah, again, we need to distance ourselves. Like, we need to do that, like, be the hermit here. Because with the three of wands here, they look like sticks. 3 of wands here, it's about aligning the body, mind, and spirit. And once we do that, we can achieve the next step. Because I know on my journey, some things kind of feel, again, I was feeling heartbreak on my journey. I did kind of feel bad leaving people behind, but I was also at peace at the same time. Sometimes you gotta let go of the things that you really love and care about to make yourself stronger. It's one step at a time. 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, because everything's going to come into a balance eventually. Just maybe do something little by little, perhaps show some kindness to people. It doesn't have to be, offering money to a homeless person or feed them. It doesn't have to be picking up trash, just when someone like greets you, greet them back. Those little seeds you're planting, within yourself, it's gonna bear fruit. Yeah, because again, with this in reverse, some of us here, our life has fallen apart, but in a good way. With that heartbreak and doing the inner work, we're letting go of things that no longer serves us, and we're going to do things that do serve our purpose, just one step at a time. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye for now.